I was making $3,200 every single week in cash with my cleaning service while making the biggest mistakes imaginable. It almost led to me actually selling my cleaning business or flat out quitting. If you're making any one of these 3 mistakes, it could crush your cleaning service before it ever has a chance to be successful. So let's make sure you are not making these mistakes. What's up? Mike Mak here from automatedcleaningbusiness.com, and I'm back with another video. I'm talking about the beginning days, the days in the beginning when my wife and I were like pro cleaners. We were working ourselves to the bone and we were basically about to quit. And I'm alluding to one of the mistakes, but it's actually deeper than just doing the cleaning. Like on one hand, we were succeeding because it's like, wait a minute, if you're doing $13,000 a month in profit, how could you say that that's a mistake? Or I'm gonna get into all that. So let's not waste any time and get right to it. All right, mistake number 1 that was keeping us in a situation where even though we were making money, we just felt like this is the worst business in the world to have, was we were thinking too small. Yes, so anyone familiar with my story knows that in the beginning, I quit my job prematurely and I was like, all right, I'm going all in with my cleaning service. Like me and my wife were at it. We were on a tight schedule because we had to replace our 9-to-5 incomes ASAP. So what we did was we would try everything. We just kind of threw a bunch of stuff at the wall to see what would work out, and ultimately we would start getting some business in, right? And it was feeling good because we started making money and we were doing all the cleaning. So while we were doing all the cleaning, we were taking in a huge percentage of the profit because what's the overhead? There's no office, there's no trucks. I mean, there's nothing. It's just my wife and I, vacuums that we've already had with our old cleaning service. I mean, we were pretty much set up. The only thing we needed to add was just some concentrated solutions that you get on Amazon. Other than that, we were good to go. But we were thinking too small. We were thinking in terms of just make enough money to replace our 9-to-5s. Okay, well, if the fastest way to do that, if that's your only goal, is to do the cleaning yourself. But the problem, as you could probably imagine, is while you will make good money, you do turn yourself into a professional cleaner. And not that there's anything wrong with that, but if you got into business to build a business, you can't do it if you're tied up for 8 to 14 hours a night. Because that's what we were tied up with. Our schedule at the time was we would leave at like 2, maybe 3 p.m. And if we were lucky, I would drop Jess off at like 12 to go home and take care of the dogs. And then I would still have to stay out another 3-4 hours. And that was making me miserable. I was living to clean. So yeah, I was making good money and I was hustling my behind off, but I wasn't getting through. You can't think small like that. If you think things like, I'm the best cleaner in the world, no one's gonna care as much as me, that is baloney, homie. You're never gonna grow a real sustainable business if you are the professional cleaner. Now, if you are just looking to just side hustle this thing and make a few grand, like make 2, 3, 4 grand, so where you're not necessarily miserable, then that's for you. But for anyone else trying to grow a real business and something that they can actually step away from, don't make that mistake. Let's get to number 2. Okay, mistake number 2, which is, this is a recipe for failure no matter what, and that is winging it, legit. When I say winging it, I mean winging it. Like, nothing was being tracked. There were no systems. There was nothing. There was no process. It was just, okay, wake up in the morning. All right, let's do some marketing. Let's meet some people. Let's talk to people. Let's figure out how we can get more business. And by as soon as nighttime rolled around, afternoon to nighttime, it was just, all right, we're just gonna clean. Then we'd come home, sit on a couch, overeat the wrong food, and just like zombie away watching an episode of Seinfeld, and then right to sleep we went. And then over and over and over again, the same and same and same again. And even on the weekends. So there was no real break. So because of that, I always felt like I was behind the 8 ball, so I couldn't sit down and track anything. Like, you have to track things. You have to know, like, okay, how many leads are you getting every month? How many of those leads are actually turning into walkthroughs? Of those walkthroughs, how many proposals are going out? And of those proposals, how many people are accepting and moving forward with you? See, I didn't know any of that. Now, if you're not tracking any of that, how in the world are you gonna know if what you're doing is actually working or not? See, again, no matter where you are in the journey, you have to track your process. I mean, you have to. You can't, there's no way around it, because if you just wing it, you are going to get a mixed bag of results and you're never gonna know what the true cause is. Just like if you can't systematize, you're never gonna step out of the business. If you can't step out of the business, you're forever gonna be stuck in your business. And for me, and my ambitions and my goals, and I think the type of people who watch this channel usually have like really, really high ambition, this isn't the business you want. So track. Let's get to 3. All right, quickly before we get to the third one, if you haven't already, hit that thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. I put out videos just like this every single week to help you start and scale your cleaning business the right way. Okay, mistake number 3 was being like everyone else. Yes, being like everyone else. Look, in the beginning, like I said, we had no problem making money. If you want to just make some quick cash, cleaning service is the way to go, right? But we weren't building anything great because we just kind of had a randomness to what we were doing. And because we were being like everyone else, there was no rhyme or reason to the type of clients we were landing. So it would just be a $300 client here, a $500 client there, $700 client there, even a $1,000 client here and there. But again, it was all random, it was all over the place, and we had to always compete on price because we weren't really doing a good job of separating ourselves. Now, I was trying some unicorn things, but I hadn't really made it work yet. I was saying we were different, but I wasn't being different, okay? More on that in a different video. But the real backbreaker was doing the exact same things as everyone else in terms of lead gen. Like, other people were using all these lead gen sites, so we were like, oh, that's how you grow a cleaning service. So we started doing that, and guess what we were dealing with? We were dealing with entitled clients who wanted to be cheap, and good for them. I understand why they wanted to be cheap, because they were dealing with 20 to 30 cleaning services bidding on the same exact office, and they got to sit back and say, all these proposals, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch it. That's no way to grow a business, because if you do, you won't be sustainable. You won't have sustainable growth, because you know every single month you are just hoping and praying that somebody picks your cleaning service to do that. If you are tired of that, give me an amen, seriously, and hit that like button. So do yourself a favor, make yourself an actual unicorn. I have a ton of videos on this subject, and if you are curious about which one is a good one to watch, you're gonna love this one.